Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to Daily's 2A News. Have you guys ever heard of an AR-16 with long clips? Well, John Kerry has, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so John Kerry's on the road campaigning for Joe Biden, and while he's on the road, he wants to talk about some of Joe's accomplishments. Now, while those accomplishments are few and far between, one of the things that Joe has done is he's pushed for more gun control. So obviously, John Kerry wants to talk about that, and while he was talking about it, he said this.
I'm a hunter, I'm a gun owner, been that all my life, but I got news for you. I'm sure there's not a veteran here who would take an AR-16 with a long clip to go out and shoot a deer or shoot anything. There has no business. Joe led the fight to get those things off the street, and now we have a crowd that was willing to bring them back. And we saw what happened in Las Vegas and other places. We need a Joe Biden with the guts and the courage and the savvy to be able to do something about that's reasonable about guns in our country.
I gotta be honest, these two are a match made in heaven. You know, Joe Biden is honestly the master of gaffes. I mean, this guy sticks his foot in his mouth almost on a daily basis, and then you pair him up with John Kerry, and John Kerry says something like that, and I'm telling you, these two are perfect for each other. Now, one of the things, amongst the many things that us pro-Second Amendment people have with politicians passing laws is that politicians know absolutely nothing about what they're talking about. They just pass things on emotion only, or they're trying to make themselves look good. They don't actually know what they're doing. I mean, these people write laws that are, you could read them from the bill's text usually, how clueless they are when they go in writing it. So when you talk about John Kerry saying an AR-16, it's not just John Kerry that thinks it's an AR-16 or a long clip or something like that. It's most politicians that have absolutely no idea. So these people that have no clue what they're talking about sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and write legislation and write laws based off of pretty much no knowledge at all. And like I said, amongst so many other things that we have problems with, that's a pretty big one. Now, you guys might remember an interview with a senator who was trying to pass gun control legislation, and while she was being interviewed, the person who was interviewing said, "Do you actually know what a barrel shroud is? You're trying to ban barrel shrouds, but do you know what it actually is?" And she said, "I don't know. I think it's one of those things that goes up on the shoulder or something like that." I'll see if I can find the clip to roll in for you guys.
I'm not saying it was the best bill, but that was the best bill that could get out at that particular time. I actually don't know what a barrel shroud is.
Because it's in your legislation.
It's a shoulder thing that goes up.
No, it's not.
So obviously you can see that they're clueless. They have no idea what they're talking about. But the one thing you want to try and remember is they don't care that they don't know what they're talking about. They don't care that they don't know anything about what they're writing or the laws that they're passing. All they care about is appeasing their base and appeasing a small part of the country that wants to have some type of feel-good measure. And so in order to do that, they'll trample all over your Second Amendment rights. It makes them look good. It makes them feel like they were victorious in at least something. And then, they can maybe get more people on their side. So it's not about getting it right. It's not about knowing what you're talking about for them. It's simply passing laws, regardless of whether or not they restrict your God-given rights, which are protected by the Constitution. It's just about, again, it's about them making themselves look good and making them feel better and appeasing a small portion of society. And that's all there is to it. They don't need to know absolutely anything else. And I can tell you right now, if a Democrat makes it in office, God help us all, because that is exactly what's going to happen with pretty much everything that they pass. They almost never know what they're talking about. They almost never know what they're doing. But if it makes them feel good and if it makes them look good, they'll do it regardless of what it does to us. So anyway, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that little bell notification next to the subscribe button so you guys see when these videos come out, and have a great day.